I feel like there's a very underrated player on the Detroit Pistons that nobody realizes, but he seriously has star potential. Goes by the name of Ron Holland, just cooked in the Summer League this year. 21.7 points per game, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals, 52% from the field, and 46% from 3 on 5 attempts per game in the Summer League. He's coming back next season with vengeance, and I definitely expect him to crack the rotation immediately in his sophomore season. Because despite limited playing time, he still showed a lot of promise and potential. One of the most enticing things about him is despite being 6'8", he can handle the basketball. Last year, he was mostly in a play finishing role, but that's not going to be the case for the rest of his NBA career. He's not just going to be a stationary shooter. He has the potential to be lethal off the dribble in terms of creating for himself and others. And the way the NBA is trending, you need as many players on the court with that capability. It doesn't matter the level. As long as they have it, that makes them very valuable. But having that with his length and size is very rare. He's listed at 6'8" with the 6'10" wingspan, so he can guard multiple positions as well. The name of the game is versatility right now, and that's a great way to describe Ron Holland. He gives you tons of flexibility and versatility. Along with all that, he has a crazy motor, he hustles nonstop, and wants to buy in defensively. Just an unfair trait to have with all that athleticism. You already see signs of him being comfy with the handle in the open floor in a grab-and-go situation or off a steal. 2 times in this game versus the Pelicans, he did just that to find his three-point shooter. As he grows, as he gets more confidence, as he gets more clout within the Detroit system, he's going to be more comfortable and confident doing things like that. He was a killer in transition because of his speed, athleticism, but also because of this. But then randomly, you'll get this type of highlight and you wonder, what's in him that we can pull out of him? Obviously, you look at the situation, garbage time. So he has more freedom. And what does he do? He speeds up against the mismatch, stops on a dime behind the back, step back, but it's about how it looks. Very composed, in rhythm, not off balance after it, and he knocks it down with ease. And we know 3-point shooting was a struggle. 23% as a rookie, but I'm not worried. It's going to develop over time. Defense has really disrespected him. So of course he needs that shot in order to get more minutes. But again, you see flashes like this. He caught the ball, defender disrespecting him. Okay, one dribble into the step back, perfect form, nothing but net. You immediately say to yourself, something's in there, and is he more comfortable shooting off the dribble? Because at times he looks more comfortable. Going back to garbage time, notice how quick and precise this dribble move is. The way his body's positioned, every single defender guarding him would think, oh, he's driving right. He's committing to it. But all of a sudden, the quick twitch, change of direction, perfect footwork, crossover. Are you kidding me? Step back and it's good. Look at his body language after. He knew that was dirty and filthy. And here's a great example of defenses just not respecting his three-point shot. So he has all this space and opportunity, and where did this come from? In and out dribble, Euro step, but then he pivots. Meanwhile, the defender's in the air because he thought he was shooting a layup, and he goes into a turnaround jumper. On this one, he tries to drive and take Josh Hart. Amazing defense, cutting him off, playing physical. Don't worry, he stays composed, keeps his dribble, and then just turns around very quickly, staying in control. Did the same type of thing to Duncan Robinson, taking advantage of the worst defender on the court. And in my opinion, this is a flaw within their roster right now. Who can get a bucket without any advantage off the dribble consistently besides Cade Cunningham? Tobias Harris definitely has that ability, Karis LeVert, even Duncan Robinson, but they've reached their potential. We know what they are in that aspect. Out of the 3 young guys who can be that, Jaden Ivey, Asar Thompson, and Ron Holland, of course, I think most would say, oh, Jaden Ivey definitely has the most capability in that aspect because he's shown us the most. But I'm going to be real, don't sleep on Ron Holland. I think he has that aspect where he doesn't need everything to go his way to get buckets. You want him off the ball the whole entire time? It doesn't matter. He's going to find a way. You want him in the short corner, strictly cutting? He's going to find a way to score. And I think as time progresses, you're going to see him more and more with the basketball in his hands, creating offense, like a Jaylen Brown does every now and again. As a rookie, he was really thriving at the little things in terms of scoring. Cutting, he shot 83.3% from the field. Putbacks, he shot 70%. Fast break, he shot 68.9%. It's good to see that he realized he needed to thrive at those things to make an impact as a rookie, because he's not a finished product and he's developing everything else as it goes along. It seems like his mentality when he gets on the floor is, I'll do anything to win. I'll do whatever they tell me to do. You look at a guy like Jonathan Kuminga, I see a lot of similarities between him and Ron Holland, but with Kuminga, it seems when he gets on the floor, he wants to do what he wants to do rather than what the coaching staff wants to do in Golden State. He wants to be that guy. So far in Detroit, Ron Holland can care less about that. He'll come in and he'll pick up full court 24/7 if he has to. I really hope he develops in the pathway of Jaylen Brown instead of Kuminga type. Because yes, Jaylen Brown can get a little bit iffy with his shot selection at times and passing reads he will miss. But at the end of the day, during the Celtics run, he was willing to watch Jason Tatum do his thing and take over if he had to and do most of his work off the ball. And then defensively, he was picking up Jimmy Butler. He was picking up Luka in the finals, completely locked up Luka in the finals. Turned into an elite defender. And you see a guy like Jonathan Kuminga and you're like, how on earth is this dude not an elite defender? He's got all the tools and capabilities. He just really doesn't have the mindset. And that's another reason I really like Ron Holland. He's got that mindset. Ron really just seems like he's going to develop into a winning player. Seems like a guy who's going to stuff that stat sheet. And if he doesn't have it one night offensively, he's going to bring it defensively. And the same goes in the other direction. He has true potential to be a two-way beast. But clearly it's critical for him to develop that three ball to truly live up to his potential. I also think one of his most underrated skills is just being a solid decision maker. If you look at his film in terms of assisting his teammates, a lot of them are, just making a simple read, making that one more pass. But he doesn't seem like a guy who's going to look off his teammate. If someone's open, he's going to make that quick decision, get him the ball, and live with the results. I'm really hoping they unleash him this season. And I see a lot of NBA writers being like, oh, we're forgetting that Detroit has Jaden Ivey. And I like Jaden Ivey. I think he definitely has potential. But I think something that people miss with this roster is Ron Holland and his potential. His rookie season became underrated because he was in such a limited role. Despite that, he produced a lot. If he went to a losing, tanking team and got more opportunity, you would have heard his name way more. But that's fine. Sooner rather than later, he's going to get his props. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know your thoughts below.